It's no secret that dressing up, it influences the way we feel and it changes our mood and how we think and all of that. But I wanted to break it down into the 5 most common benefits that you get when you start paying attention to how you dress. And the first benefit you will get once you start dressing your best is increased productivity. I know this may sound weird, like what does looking your best have to do with productivity? They don't seem connected. Some people even say, oh, I'm not spending 10 or 15 minutes in the morning to get ready because I'm saving my time to kind of do something else that it's more important. And that's fair enough, you know, we all should do what feels the best for us. But I truly believe that when we get ready in the morning and we dress beautifully and we feel good in our skin, we feel more ready to take on the challenges throughout the day. And because we feel like, yeah, I can do this, we procrastinate less and our productivity becomes much, much higher. And I know I'm not the only one who experiences this. You know, I've read articles and I watched other YouTube videos and they all report the same benefits of increased productivity. Even now in the quarantine and the lockdown and the crazy year and, you know, everything that's going on, we kind of know. We all kind of fell into these habits of, you know, just being the sweatpants and not putting the effort in, and we just don't care. And we know how we feel, how productive are we, how much do we do. It's not as much as when we put the effort in. So if you really want to increase your productivity, you know, it's worth paying attention to how you dress in the morning, so you kind of find a way and you find your style that you feel the best in, and it will help you do more throughout the day. Now, the second benefit I want to talk about is self-confidence. Now, here I'm not talking about self-worth or self-esteem. I'm not talking about those things because those, I believe, they shouldn't be, you know, directly tied to just how we look. But I'm just talking about the confidence in that particular day. Once you dress up in the morning and you feel amazing in your skin, you look in the mirror like, I love what I see, then you're gonna be more confident throughout the day. When you see other people, you know, you're gonna look them in the eyes. You're probably gonna smile a little bit more. You're gonna be more confident. They're gonna respond more positively back to you. So when we dress beautifully, we just increase self-confidence. That doesn't mean that, you know, that we don't like ourselves without makeup. It has nothing to do with that. It just, we would be lying to ourselves if we would say that, yeah, when we, you know, kind of glam up, we don't feel the same as we are in sweatpants and we feel a little bit under the weather. We kind of feel different in those different situations. So why not use the power of makeup and the power of dressing up into your advantage, so you kind of boost your confidence and you can interact with people more, and yeah, it's just gonna be more and more fabulous day that way. The third benefit, it's also very important, but unfortunately we cannot experience it right now, and it's once you get ready in the morning, you're more likely to get out of the house. So if you take time in the morning to dress up in a way that you feel beautiful, more chances are you're gonna leave the house that day. If, you know, you come from work and then a friend calls you, you can be more spontaneous because you already feel great and you're like, okay, you can just jump into the car or meet her wherever you want to meet her, or even just going on errands, simple stuff like that. When we feel good, we're more likely to leave the house, because we all know that feeling of, you know, when we don't feel our best, we don't look our best, we really don't want to leave the house, we don't want to interact with other people, and also we especially don't want to run into someone feeling like crap or looking like crap. Am I right? You know, so when we look our best, we're just, you know, we kind of feel more confident and we go out of the house. Now, the fourth benefit, it's probably my favorite one, and it's that we can change our mindset with our clothes and makeup. Now, let me explain. So we feel, okay, I'm not successful at the moment. Okay, so in order to feel successful, I must be successful. But in order to be successful, I must feel confident to go after my goals and to achieve the success that I want. Do you follow me? So it's kind of like a chicken and an egg situation. It's like, which comes first, you know? And I believe that we can use our clothes and how we look to our advantage, and we can actively ask ourselves, how do I want to feel? Do I want to feel successful? Do I want to feel pretty? Do I want to feel, you know, warm to other people? Do I want to feel bold? Do I want to feel cool? Do I want to feel confident? We can ask ourselves, how do we want to feel in the way we dress, and then we can use the clothes and the makeup and the hair, all of that, as a tool to help us get there quicker. Because we shouldn't underestimate the power that clothes have on us, the power of makeup and hair, and we can really, really play with that. And instead of, you know, just waiting to get the success, to feel successful, we can use clothes to feel more successful. and then in turn we're more likely to act in a way that we want to act, in that case successfully. Now the fifth benefit is a lot more joy in our lives, because once we start dressing beautifully and we just enjoy makeup and how we look, we just feel so much more joyful. Routines becomes more joyful. Personally, I find makeup so much fun. I find clothing so much fun. I just enjoy doing hair. I just enjoy the whole process, and I just feel like once you get in the habit of dressing up every single day in a nice, beautiful way, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more, and you're gonna have a lot more joy in your life. But if you feel like you're not there yet and you're still kind of figuring out your personal style, because that can sometimes take away from the joy in our lives, then I will link a video on how to find your personal style so you can get to your joy quicker. And I hope I convinced you that it's worth putting in the effort. But I think we all kind of grew up with some mental blocks about our appearances and makeup and clothes and all of that. So I want to walk you through the 5 most common blocks and how we can overcome them. So the first thing that I want to talk about, it's so important, and it's the belief that I can only dress nicely, beautifully on a special day. I think we all kind of grew up that way. I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken, but where I grew up and people around me, and when I was younger, I remember that I could just wear my special little dress on a special day. I could put a little bit of a lip balm on a special day. When I was growing up, everything was on a special day. And for every day, you should just wear those regular old clothes and you shouldn't care. And okay, when we are younger, that makes sense. Obviously, we're outside, we're playing, we bring home dirty clothes, that's okay. But the problem is that that translated into my adult life as well. So even when I was not a kid anymore and I didn't play in the, I don't know, in the mud, you know, I still kind of kept that mentality. I can only wear special things on a special day. I have to wait. Oh, I have this gorgeous blouse. No, I cannot wear it today. I have to wait. And I had these gorgeous pieces in my closet and they were just sitting there unused. And then I started decluttering. I started experimenting with minimalism, and I had to say no to things that they didn't bring me joy. And what I was left with was a closet of items that are really joyful, and they were those special items. So I was like, okay, now I don't have any other choice but to dress beautifully every single day, because everything that I have in my closet sparks joy. Everything brings me joy. So that kind of shifted my mind a lot. So once I put on something beautifully, you know, on a normal day, I felt a bit weird. Like, why am I wearing this? This is so fancy. But then on the second day and the third day, and you know, slowly it became normal. Now I dress beautifully for myself. Even if I don't leave the house, it doesn't really matter. I dress myself to feel better and to celebrate life. I heard somewhere, you know, the chances of me and you being here, it's 1 in 400 trillion, something like that. Crazy. So we should kind of celebrate that. We're here, we only get to enjoy this life once, and we should just celebrate it and dress beautifully every single day. There is no special day. Every day should be a special day. I truly believe that. Now, the second mental block or limiting belief that we can have is, I'm vain if I care about the way I look. It can be something that we can hear so many times, and people can say, oh, she's so vain, oh, she cares so much, she spends hours doing this and doing that. It's just kind of, you know, condescending to people who truly enjoy makeup and clothing and all of that. So I just feel that caring about the way we look is absolutely healthy. Yes, I absolutely agree. Being obsessed with the way you look, spending hours on end on how you look, and then editing, and then overdoing plastic surgeries and tying your complete self-worth to the way you look, that's not healthy. But I'm not talking about that today. And also, on the other end, you have people who don't care. They kind of given up on life, and usually that's kind of, you know, sign of a depression or just apathy, or, you know, just I don't care how I look, I don't care about my life, I don't care how people perceive me, I don't care. I feel like when you stop caring, it's also not a healthy relationship. So please, yes, obsession and not caring, those are the two extreme ends. But you know, anything in the middle, I think it's absolutely healthy. Even animals, there are some birds, my husband showed me a video of a little bird like dancing in front of the other bird to kind of seduce it. So even animals use colors, and the peacock, it has this the feathers and everything like that. I think it's just so much fun. Even the animals do it. It's nothing wrong as long as it doesn't spill into one of those extremes. It's absolutely healthy, and if you care about the way you look, congratulate yourself. You're like, yeah, I'm a healthy person. I care about myself, I care about my life, and I want to feel my best, and that's absolutely healthy. Now, the third mental block, oh my god, I want to talk about this one so much, and it's I will put the effort in once ... You know, you can feel this with anything. I will put the effort in once I'm skinny, once I lose the weight, once I get a job, once I have more money, once I can go outside more. You can basically do that for every single thing. We can all fall for this trap of, you know, happiness is in the future. I'm just gonna postpone it. I don't feel like it right now. You know, maybe later, maybe once, you know, all of these things happen and the stars align and, you know, everything is perfect, then I'm gonna put the effort in and then I'm gonna feel amazing. But honestly, this doesn't work, and it actually does the opposite. So it looks like this video today is gonna be a bit more personal one, but yeah, just let me share your story. So as I was growing up, I was always, you know, skinny little kid, and I was a dancer and everything was fine until I hit puberty. And nothing drastic happened, don't get me wrong, but people around me, when you're growing up, you know, in the gym, or you're surrounded with that dancer mentality, people started commenting on my weight, which was absolutely normal and part of puberty. But when they started commenting, oh, you gained weight, or you're heavy now to do all of these flips and whatever I was doing when I was dancing, and then it started messing with my head, and I was like, okay, and I started feeling self-conscious, and I was like, I had a plan in my head when I was a teenager. I'm gonna hide my body, but then once I lose the weight and I'm skinny and I'm like what people want me to be, I'm gonna show it off. I'm gonna expose myself and I'm gonna show everyone and whatever. And it was just the worst idea ever. I wore super baggy clothes. I wore men's clothing, like super baggy. Nobody could see my body shape, and I was just miserable. I didn't feel pretty. And people around me, they didn't really understand, because like I said, you know, it was mostly in my head. I decided that I'm not worth, you know, feeling my best right now the way I am, and I'm just gonna hide myself until I'm worthy enough. I had my mom on my side, and she was constantly kind of, what are you doing? You know, put the skirt on, put a dress on, do something, dress yourself nicely. What are you doing? And I was like, over some time I kind of gave in and I started dressing beautifully, and I wore a dress and a skirt and fitted items, and that's when I discovered, oh my god, I feel much slimmer in fitted items, which is the opposite of what I was doing. So it was just completely insane, and it's very easy to kind of fall into the trap that, you know, we can only dress our best, or, you know, look our best once we are a certain size, or we have enough money to buy whichever items are popular or trendy, you know. But it's not true. We can feel our best every single day, and we shouldn't wait. We should do the best that we can with the amount of stuff that we have. We shouldn't compare ourselves or our journey, our body, to anyone else. It's us. So we should just, you know, check in with ourselves and make sure, am I putting the effort in to make myself feel better every single day? And if the answer is yes, don't worry. Don't worry about all of those standards and ideals and, you know, everything that we think we have to achieve in order to be happy and healthy. Now, the fourth mental block that we can have is, what will others think of me? Now, I think that's very normal to think about that. It's also healthy to kind of, you know, we want to belong and we want to just have friends and, you know, have community and all of that. That's absolutely fine. But I think it's just a problem when we kind of stop ourselves from doing something because of worrying of what would other people think of us. Even when I started this channel, I was afraid of calling myself a minimalist publicly, because I thought there's gonna be a backlash of like, you're not a true minimalist, you have so much stuff and so much that and this. And for me, I know I am, but I was just afraid. But I did it anyway. So my lesson here for you is that yes, it's normal that other people will judge us, and also it's important to understand usually how they judge us is through their eyes. If they're super critical of themselves, they can be super critical of you. I remember when I was unhappy with my body, I was looking at other bodies and comparing my bodies. Now that I'm okay with my body, I'm like, I don't even notice other people's bodies, and I know it sounds silly. So when people kind of, you know, super critical and they see every detail and they're like, you're doing this wrong and you're doing it like this and this and this, they're probably the same to other people and most importantly to themselves. So I believe that we just shouldn't take the critic very personal, because it's probably not. You know, it has more to do with them than it has to do with you. So we should kind of just free ourselves from the opinions of others, and we should dress for ourselves and how we feel, and we should live our life for ourselves, because we're the only person that can tell if we're happy or not. Nobody else can tell. We're the person that we go to bed at night, when we lay on the pillow at night, and we can say, yes, this is the life that I'm living, and I know that I'm doing the right thing for me and for what I want to do with my life. So please stop worrying about what other people think, because you will never ever please and everyone. It's just impossible. We're just too different. We have different beliefs. We see things differently, and be as authentic as you can to yourself, and you will find your tribe. Because you know, some people won't like the way you dress or your makeup or whatever, but then other people will love it, and you will connect with those people, with like-minded people, and you will create a healthy little friendships and communities. So just be authentic so you can create authentic connections with other people, and let it go. Dress yourself beautifully. And now the fifth mental block is very common and the easiest to solve, and it's thinking that being gorgeous and pretty, it's uncomfortable. We kind of think, okay, if I have to look great and gorgeous and amazing and stylish, that means discomfort. And yes, sometimes we see people, okay, wearing high heels all the time, or doing, you know, so much makeup that it's kind of, it's you have to think about, you know, to not touch or move your makeup every day, or I don't know, they go through painful procedures, or they go on extreme diets or whatever. But I honestly don't believe that pretty is uncomfortable at all. I believe that there is always an overlap between comfort and, you know, whatever we perceive to be pretty. We just have to find it. It took me some time to find my own little overlap of what is pretty and comfortable to me. And, you know, in the past I used to wear high heels all the time, because that's just what I thought you have to do in order to look stylish. But now I rarely wear them, mostly just on special occasions, because I discovered that I can have lower heels or chunkier heels that I still feel cool and attractive in, or even sneakers. I feel so young, and then because I have sneakers on that are really sporty, I just then put a blazer on top, or I wear a really nice flowery dress. So I kind of found my middle overlap, and that's something that I want to tell you, that the overlap exists. And if you think that, you know, looking great comes with a price of discomfort, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. You just haven't found the overlap yet. So give it some time and start experimenting more with your style, and then you will realize that I was right. No, then you will realize that, yeah, what I'm talking about is absolutely true, and there is always an overlap between comfort and, you know, looking great. So my conclusion for today is that dressing is very, very powerful, and I truly hope that this video inspires you to kind of go out of your comfort zone, and so you can put a little bit more effort in, so you glam up a little bit and you just feel fantastic every single day. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. As always, give this a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.